As we fast approach the Euros this summer, we also get closer to the transfer window opening. The fact that Scotland play in their first major tournament for over 22 years doesn't stop the rumour mill and clubs looking to do business ahead of the new club campaign. Throughout the window this summer, I've got a new series idea and I'm going to basically do a transfer roundup each week, updating you on the incomings and outgoings across the SPFL. If you enjoy this sort of video, then make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel for more SPFL football content. Let's start with the East End of Glasgow at Celtic with the latest rumours circulating around. Although Celtic don't currently have a manager, that doesn't stop the talk of outgoings at Parkhead. Celtic fans were expecting a big turnaround of players this summer, and it looks like we have our first solid links. Ryan Christie. Southampton are reportedly interested in a cut price move for Ryan Christie. The attacker's contract is up next summer and in such is available to speak with other clubs from January. With no nil deal on the table, Celtic are keen to sell now, but won't fetch anywhere near his true value. It also seems Burnley and Norwich are also interested in the player. Odsonne Edouard. Another Celtic player tipped with a move away this summer is Odsonne Edouard. The French forward has been linked with Leicester and Arsenal all season, but it seems Brighton have also entered the race and are willing to start the bid at £15 million. With Eddie's contract up next summer, the Celtic board might have to accept less than they wanted to, otherwise they could fear losing him for nothing next season. Christopher Ajer. Lastly, for outgoings, we have another Celtic first team player linked with a move to the Premier League. This time in the North East with Newcastle, believed to be starting the bid at £8 million after Steve Bruce sent several scouts to Glasgow to watch the Norwegian international. However, apparently Celtic are looking for double that figure, but with his contract running down also, they may have to settle for less. Now it's not all outgoings at Celtic Park, let's move on to some potential incomings. There isn't many linked as of yet, Celtic still haven't sorted their new manager out. However, Benjamin Siegerist has claimed he is now waiting for Celtic to bid for him. The 29-year-old is also linked with a move down to England with Ipswich Town, but isn't overly keen and would rather a move to Celtic. The boys have been tracking the goalkeeper and his great performances at Dundee United, but have yet to firm up their interest. Much of which will depend on Celtic's next manager and what he thinks of Barkas, who struggled in the first team this season. And Siegerist could make sense as a proven SPFL keeper to challenge Barkas. Now let's move to the other side of Glasgow and on to the champions, Rangers. Rangers started their business early, having already signed Fashion Sakala. However, they have been heavily linked with in-demand Heerenveen star Joey Veerman. However, Serie A outfit Atalanta have also entered the race for the player, and Italian outlet Bagnano Sport claim that the Serie A side are the first to make a move, which could be a blow to the Gers as the 22-year-old has netted 7 goals and assisted a further 10 in the Eredivisie this season. This week, the Gers were also linked to the signing of Rangers daft Ollie McBurney, but we clarified here on the channel that it's just speculation at the moment and the famous would probably be unwilling to pay the hefty £50 million price tag that Sheffield United have set. As for outgoings, I have one rumour to report, and that is of Joe Aribo. The midfielder was linked with a move away to the Turkish capital with Galatasaray last week. However, it turns out now they have been priced out of a move for the Nigerian midfielder, which is a big boost for Gerrard and the champions. That's us done with the transfer roundup from the old firm sides, but let's move on to the other sides in Scotland and discuss potential outgoings at your likes of Hibernian, Aberdeen and St Johnstone. Martin Boyle. A key man at Hibs this season who netted 15 goals and assisted a further 12 as his side finished third, has been linked with a move away down south and abroad after it was reported there was a £500,000 release clause in his contract. Kevin Nisbet. It's been a debut campaign to remember for Nisbet at Hibs, who attracted interest from Birmingham City in January, but despite handing in a transfer request, a move never materialised. 18 goals and 8 assists in all competitions has earned the striker a place in Steve Clarke's Scotland squad for the Euros, and it's been reported that Celtic are eyeing a summer swoop for the 24-year-old, along with a lot of clubs down south. Josh Doidge. The Hibs youngster has been a revelation for Jack Ross's side this season. His form across 34 appearances has helped the capital club secure a top 3 finish and qualify for Europe. Watford have already tabled a £2.5 million bid with add-ons that could reach around £4 million. Stoke City, Cardiff City, Southampton, Leeds, Aston Villa and even AC Milan are said to be monitoring the 19-year-old. Ryan Porteous. The Hibs stopper has been a permanent feature at Jack Ross's side this season. The 22-year-old has played 41 times in all competitions this season and could be a target for clubs south of the border. Porteous is under contract at Easter Road until 2023 and was previously subject of an offer in excess of £1 million from Millwall. Lewis Ferguson. It has already been reported that Ferguson has already been subject to a bid from Premier League side Watford, but was knocked back by the Dons and branded disrespectful. But the talented midfielder will probably have more offers coming his way as he handed a transfer request at 4th placed Aberdeen. Lawrence Shankland. The Dundee United frontman didn't quite hit the heights that some expected this season, but he was still a goal threat for the Tangerines. He finished second in the club's scoring charts to Nicky Clark, but the former Queen's Park and Aberdeen youth product has a touch of class and an outstanding goal record over the last few years. He's notched exactly 100 goals in 143 games in the last 4 seasons for Ayr United and Dundee United and has a Scotland cap on his CV too. He's entering the final year of his current deal and has previously opted against moves to England. However, a host of clubs including the likes of Burnley, Coventry, Southampton, Stoke and Sunderland have been mentioned to be interested. Could he now feel it's time to move on? And could Dundee United feel it's the right time to sell even if the player doesn't sign a new contract, as they could fear losing him on a free later on down the line? But there you go guys, that's this week's transfer roundup. I hope you enjoyed this new video. If you guys like it, make sure you hit the like button. And I could do one each and every single week, just giving you an update on the potential incomings and outgoings. I'm sure there's going to be a lot over this summer. Probably won't materialise. It's just how the transfer window works. But I'll be sure to update you on pretty much concrete offers. All of the players we spoke about here have pretty reputable sources talking about potential moves away. It's not just taken off some guy off Twitter or anything like that. I've actually done research into it and only put reputable sources and reported stories that are pretty concrete. But yeah, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Scottish football content, and I'll see you all in the next video.